haven't been in no other dorm as far as sleeping or staying. I've been in other dorms as far as when the center dividers come open, you walking over into other dorms and stuff like that. But as far as Supermax is concerned, every time I've been there, I've been at 8 high, and I've been sent to 821. And as I've said previous times before, I used to think it was a conspiracy. So this time, however,
that nigga Ant said it's a conspiracy, boy. Why y'all keep putting me over here with these ninjas, man? Why I keep ending up over here with the flu, flammable, store, Doug Green, and larceny? What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? We're sharp tapping in 10 and Trap News Network. Back in the same, like cracking the same, here at 10 and Trap News Network. Second that you can use. It's like an Ologito. You're not finna get in nobody's Collegito. Tap in with the tap in to make sure, in fact, tapped in with that tap in. Hit a like, hit a comment, hit the subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that news you can use. It's that knowledge you're not finna get in nobody's college. Tap in with that tap in to make sure, in fact, tap in with that tap in notification bell here all. Stay tapped in for the latest and the greatest of what we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Finish everything to this content, man. Notification bell here all. Notification bell here all. Stay tapped in for the latest and the greatest. We finna slide over here to my man YoungNJEFE. Don't care about nothing but what the check say. Apparently, man, KB Slim from 5'8 neighborhood crib had some problems with YoungNJEFE. They had to get some issues out the wizzy. We finna see what's going on here, man. Like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe. Let's see what's going on in this good content counter space of ours. Let's get into this content. Let's get into it. Let's go.
I was in the pen. I was in Tehachapi. They came and grabbed me from Tehachapi early. Put me on that Grey Goose. Sheriffs came and got me. Took me to LA County Jail. When I get to LA County Jail, I told that I was being charged with a homicide. I go through the little arraignment. Before the arraignment, I go through the little lineup and stuff like that. During the lineup, the police was playing a cold, crazy game. Anything they could do to try to get this witness to point me out and or say that it was me that did this unaliving, that's what that was on. There's 5 people in this lineup. Turn left, turn right, bow face, do this and that. Out of all 5 people, I don't even think they touched everybody, but I know for sure I was doing a whole bunch of spinning and turning to where right in the middle of the lineup, I'm like, hey, look, y'all got me twisted. I ain't about to play no games with y'all. I ain't doing this lineup no more. It's 4 of the dudes right here. Y'all not moving them. Y'all not rotating this how it's supposed to be. Whatever the case may be, y'all just keep on telling me to move. You know what I'm saying? I know it's somebody on the other side of that glass window, and y'all trying to make them pick me, man. Y'all trying to make them pick me. Y'all want them to see this A-tray tab behind my ear, and y'all want them to pick me. It was playing games, so on the spot, I'm like, that's out. They try to tell me it was court ordered. I didn't care about none of that. I don't care about no court order, what the judge said when it's pertaining to my life and somebody playing with me. I don't care. Like, y'all playing those hoes bar, and I know at the end of the day, it's a big potential percentage that sways in y'all favor that y'all can win in this fight, but it is what it is. You know, and all my stubbornness, I'm going to hold my mic. So, I get brought down to LA County Jail first and foremost. That's where the lineup is taking place. I was housed on the 3,000 floor. If I'm not mistaken, I was housed on the 3,000 floor. Rest in peace to the homie, Young Teardrop. Rest in peace. We was on a tier with each other. Me, Young Teardrop, Stoney from Venice Showline, Bully from West Boulevard, older dude named Cricket from out the 90s, Marcelli Clankum from PDL, and I want to say Janky Ave from out the Rolling 40s. Clankum and Janky Ave was Marcelli. So, during my stay there, you know, it was stressful, you know, fighting that little situation and going through the little trials and tribulations in the early stage of that case.
Any moment in that county jail system is going to be stressful for sure. It could be a week, it could be a day, it could be a year, it could be a month, it could be 10 minutes. 2 minutes is too long in that motherfucker for sure.
However, somehow during this time that I was in the county jail on that 3,000 floor, I got sent to Wayside. And when I got to Wayside, like I said, I hadn't been to no other dorm, the 821. I get to the dorm and I'm trying to grasp how I came in that dorm, and I can't remember how I came in that dorm without mixing it with the other 2 times I had been in there. But I know on this particular time, I can name some of the guys who was in the dorm. We had S-Body that was out the 60s, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's all bad now. You know, I've asked about him to somebody about the 60s, or, you know, somebody that was there at that time with me and him. And, you know, I think I heard that S-Body had went all bad. Brown skin, green-eyed dude, he was there. Older dude, light skin, husky, freckles, bald head, named Peanut, about the PJ Watts, about the Imperial Court projects. We had KB Slim from 5-8 Neighborhood. I want to say during this time, this might have been a run. I think that Fo Active from Fodies was in the dorm as well, right? So those just a few people. Like I said, you know, people that been around, that know the story, that been in that dorm. You know, I've seen people in the chats like, hey, yeah, I was there for this, or I was there for that, or whatever the case may be. They know what's up. So those just a few dudes' names that I remember when I first.
Sound like that dorm had a lot going on, man. A lot going on.
First came in the dorm, the first dude that I had actually was like really like chopping it up with and politicking with was S-Body from 60s, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we get right in there, we on the little 8-tray-60 thing. I'm trying to see what it is, you know, what he on. Everything was copacetic with me and S-Body, you know what I'm saying? S-Body, you know, was a cool dude, you know what I'm saying? You know, we kicked it off, you know what I'm saying? He was straight, real respectful, you know what I'm saying? He had a little pool on the floor and around the dorm, you know, he opened that up, you know what I'm saying? And let me know that, you know, it was all good, you feel me? I ain't gonna even lie. Later on, me and S-Body kind of like became so straight that later on I would hear that some of my other homies who had ran into him, or people that was running into him, they was telling me or asking me like, hey man, you got a cousin named S-Body from 60s, or S-Body your cousin? I'm like, no, you know, that's the homie, you know, I know him, you know, he's straight. People telling me, oh man, you know, he's saying, you know, you was folks and stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, you know, we was in there, you know, big blowing trees and chilling and stuff. And he had helped me out in a situation in my case, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, once we get in there, you know, we get the politicking, the who's, I'm saying, what's going on the street, a little back and forth and stuff.
No baby brace.
Stuff like that. You know, I hollered at S-Body, you know what I'm saying? S-Body threw a line out there in the street, you know, and kind of shook little things up, you know, as far as the case that I was on that I shouldn't even been on anyway, you know what I'm saying? I had got picked on this case by way of a confidential informant in a city that I had that heard some information and somehow interpret me in this information and said that I was, you know what I'm saying, the alleged killer of a situation that had happened on such and such date. He went to OSJ, you know what I'm saying, of the county jail, and you know, they checked in with the police station on the street. Police station like, oh yeah, something did happen that day. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, they come see me. I don't want to talk to them, get into it with the police. Going about my way, you know what I'm saying? Going up to the pen, thinking all that's behind me. Shows back up on my doorstep. So, I'm in here, you know what I'm saying, going through the little trials and tribulation with this, explaining the S-Body, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. He tossed a rod out to the street, you know what I'm saying? We get on the phone, I politic, you know what I'm saying, with a few dudes or whatever the case may be. And, you know, the rest was kind of like history. But while in that dorm, like I said, S-Body I rotated with him, and I had rotated with Fo Active from Foley's. Me and Fo Active slept. He slept at the bottom, I slept on top. You know what I'm saying? We slept in the same area in the back. You know what I'm saying? Fo Active, funny dudes like Mike Epps. You know what I'm saying? Cool. You know what I'm saying? Cool as a fan. You feel me? So I'm probably in the dorm about a week. You know what I'm saying? And this week that I'm in the dorm, I can't remember if KB Slim was there before me or he came while I was there. But however, we had been there with each other at least like 5 days. And, you know, we hadn't said nothing to each other, hadn't spoke to each other or anything like that. And I'm pretty sure through the other neighborhoods, they was telling him like, hey, you know, that's Anthony Trey, what the case may be. So,
sound like YoungNJEFE got a lot of love in this situation. It sound like it was more so, you know, them dudes figuring out how to make the best out of a bad situation and help each other out and come together as brothers in that situation rather than come together as opposition and dudes who hated each other. Figure out ways to where they could, you know, help one another. Figure out ways where they could, you know, make sure they can have the betterment of a situation for one another rather than continue to go through a circle of violence and detriment where you just making everybody's time hard because y'all already in each other, just for the mucker. Like, that's just it. Like, you in this for the mucker and you going to be in this for the mucker. So it ain't no point in making the time hard, you know what I'm saying, when you already got to be in this for the mucker. You feel me? So I could definitely see how a lot of these dudes are finding solidarity. And you'd be surprised to it, like, who becomes cool and who becomes, you know, allies with whom, all that kind of stuff, especially through a jail system. These dudes are going through a lot of things together. These dudes are going through a time where, you know, literally, you know, you stepped on and forgotten about by society. So, you know, you kind of know what you got to do to make sure you can get through from one situation to the next, from one step to the next. I can definitely see how friends can become enemies and enemies can become friends. You know what I'm saying? Just all depends on what you got going on. You have to learn a person on a human level. Things become very different than when you are dealing with things on a level of superficiality and you have to deal with people on a gang level. You know what I'm saying? That superficiality level will never really allow you to grow and develop, whereas you're dealing with somebody on an actual level of human, then you can kind of see them in a different light.
Lo and behold, man, these days go by out the blue one day. I don't even know how it came, and I don't even want to make no story for y'all how it came. I know it just came out the blue in a curveball that, hey, KB Slim trying to rack the bunks. Like, he trying to rack the bunks. I'm like, all right, for sure. I low-key feel played because just like me, you know, if I'm on my trip and when I'm on my trip, it's going to be on a first-day basis. I'm not going to wait for a few days in the dorm, try to fill the dorm out, see what's going on, see that the nature is straight, and then press my linya. Not saying that's what he did, but that's how it looked to me, because what other reason to wait for a few days, you know what I'm saying, before you say you want to rack the bunks and or get down with me, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if he was looking for any weakness.
Yeah, typically it seems like that's a first day situation. You want to go ahead and get down with somebody, get into that situation of rearranging the furniture. Seems like that's like more of an introduction status.
Or he was trying to see how the rest of the neighborhoods in the day, or if he was trying to see how the rest of the neighborhoods in the dorm felt and or how they was moving. You know what I'm saying? And then I guess, you know, he finally just made, you know what I'm saying, his decision. So, you know, I didn't ask no question, why he wanted to get down, why he waited this long. Although in my head, I'm like, okay, he on some BS, you feel me? But, you know, he see me parlaying, you know what I'm saying, with the other two guys, you know what I'm saying, and everything, you feel me? And I think he ain't feeling that. And to show that he's bucking the system, hey, what other way? I need a fade. We rack the bunks. This you can still put a bunks. They rack the bunks, move them, people downstairs, you know what I'm saying, fake cleaning, doing other stuff, busting down in front of the gate, creating a little fake diversion and stuff like that. Now, KB Slim, you know, I'm 5'9", almost 5'10" in height. KB Slim, you know what I'm saying, was an easy 6'2", 6'3", something like that. You know what I'm saying, wasn't skinny, had a little size on him or whatever. So, you know, I'm thinking, he probably thinking that he had a height advantage, but been fighting bigger dudes my whole life. Just coming up, running around, you know what I'm saying, in my neighborhood and stuff like that, I was fighting dudes my brother that's on top of me age, which is 5 years older than me. I was fighting his friends. I grew up fighting his friends. I rarely fought people my age, which I did fight people my age in school and stuff like that, few people in the neighborhood and stuff like that. But, you know, I was always, you know what I'm saying, fighting older dudes, you know what I'm saying, taller than me, you know what I'm saying. I always been, you know, short, stuff like that. So, you know, me fighting dudes taller than me, that was never an advantage at this point. Early on probably, but I can't even remember. But like I said, at this point, I was comfortable, you know what I'm saying, with fighting dudes, you know what I'm saying, twice my size or older than me, you know what I'm saying. So, however, I don't know what KB's Slim age was. We probably was around the same age group or whatever. But, you know, we get in there, you know what I'm saying, we get in there, we square up, you know, I get low on him. You feel me? Get up in there, you know.
But if Jefe has a boxing game, then he knows if a dude is bigger, all he has to do is close the gap. And by closing the gap, all you got, like you said, get low on him, kind of take away that long reach, get on the inside and fight more of an inside fight. You should be all right against a bigger or taller opponent.
The knees planted low on him. You know what I'm saying? We get up in there, boom. He run up, you know what I'm saying? As soon as he run up, I'm already low. I dip even lower. When I dip lower, so when he's swinging, he miss everything. I shoot up, catch him, bing, 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 bing. I can't even say we locked up. You know what I'm saying? I get off, and I'm not gonna lie, like, we only went, I'm gonna say that one round, it wasn't even 2 rounds. Like, he tried to get off, whoop, 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 you know what I'm saying? I ducked all that, came up, and that barrage of punches I let off, that left landed and split his eye. And when that left landed and split his eye, he started leaking. That was all she wrote. You know what I'm saying? I ain't furthermore try to push no attack or try to be on no BS, although I could have, because I felt he was on some BS. But, you know, I stepped back, you feel me? My stance, you know, he was leaning, you know what I'm saying, grabbed the shirt, you know what I'm saying, put on his eye, you feel me? Furthermore, there wasn't nothing else to be said. That was the fight, you feel me? I don't even think we shook it up, because I ain't want to shake it up, because like I said, I feel like that was some bullshit, like, you know, or whatever the case may be. I would have respected it more if he would have called me out on the first day, you know what I'm saying? I would have respected it more. So that was just, you know, one of the little situations that I had up in that county jail. It was many rumbles, it was many fights in jail, you know what I'm saying? I ain't been telling no story.
All right, man, we finna get about it to the next one, man. YoungNJEFE got into a good old squabbly wobbly, and they was able to come together like men, get out what they had to get out, and that's really what's the end of it, bro. It's not really too much more, not really too much less, but y'all know the deal. Red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest, and it's free. Avenue Angel until he's free. We are gone.
Yeah, man, for those of y'all who don't know, for the rest of this football season, I will be posting up a clip of one of my kids every week. Y'all gonna have to watch that at every video for a week. And every Saturday, we're gonna update with a new clip and a new highlight from my son's football game. They first year players, but they starting DN, starting outside, middle linebacker. Both the twins is on there doing a Dougie. So for the rest of this youth football season, you're gonna catch these clips, big dog, and my kids doing their stuff. But that all being said, we out here to the next one, man. Free Avenue Angel until he's free. Enjoy the clip.
Sexy bands on my name. How many shots to the center of a freak nigga? 3 in his ass, lick his stomach, smell his pink nigga. They throwing shots, time to see if them pussy niggas can take it. The nigga whack is a snitch and the jolly niggas are rapists. See, Lush was on to something, tried to act like it was nothing. Said you ain't know that freaky ass taker you was frontin'. Munchie ain't fucking with you and Spider-Loc ain't gon' save you. If you want it, you gon' take it. Stop the freaky ass behaviors. Let's get straight to the point, see we ain't gotta wait for later. Nigga with your last name kidnapped that girl before he raped her. Said the moms of gang members don't deserve no piece of prayers when General Butt negative if the kid touch her is your savior. You ain't gotta stall me out, cause I ain't asking for no favors. Get it cracking right now, we ain't gotta wait for later. Walked into your own building, heard my voice and then you ducked away. Was humble like a bitch, cause you a hoe, stay in your fucking place. That nigga whack is slut and pathetic, Flacco's a fucking lame. Whack ain't come outside because he hiding from his fucking gang. Talking like you tough when niggas spitting in your fucking face. T-Row didn't quit, we wouldn't even know your fucking name. Whack in front of Adam, but Adam is how he do you. See, Flacco lied on me and then Whack told me to sue you. Treated Whack like a bitch, you should've seen it, it was beautiful. Now every single week that nigga jala on my pupil. Is it Fred or is it Frederick? Is it Dave or is it David? All thighs on me. Flocka belly, now you famous. Type of creep nigga is you. How are you and Dave related? Nigga, no means no. You should've told him not to take it. I'm really in the field, you niggas stuck inside the matrix. From BET to the Knicks, down in Compton where your face is. That nigga Weird Jala got some freaky ass cases. Tryna fake fight Lush cause Adam wanted you to face. You wanna be like academics, making videos like point and shoot. You and Dave the same ass lane, we know the fucking truth. Brick ain't say this shit is a play, cause he don't fuck with you. He not gon' get involved when them real shooters come for you. If you grew up in the land, them thirsties, they would've humbled you. Grew up with them lions, I promise they would've hunted you. I get disrespectful, the next time I'ma punish you. You dirty fat bitch, I swear to God I see the bum in you. Niggas say they shooters till it's time to bring them guns out. Loose can't read and Whack lost his wife to Clubhouse. Treat Whack like a bitch, mark him out before he snitch again. Flocka, when I see you, I'ma show you the type of bitch you is. Niggas say they see me, they pullin' blick out. I promise that this Glock can make you sit down. Drum with a cooler, one for you, one for your brother. Wrap the string around the mop, sound like your dumb ass when you stutter, swear to God, nigga.
Hear me out though, right? Wait, bro, wait. Again, wait though. Just right, Joe, bro. Wait though, right? I do want to